we go. To sum that up real quick, we are, well, Danae and D. Jones, I don't know, related to Indiana Jones. Our first goal was to find the body of Indiana Jones, which is actually in the base game. That's a thing in Morrowind. There is a tomb and you find a body and you read the note and you understand that it is Indiana Jones. So we did find the body. We now have a very cool hat as well as a... the other one? As a whip, yes. And we also have a companion, our good friend Laura Craft. Now, she's not in the mod, she's not exactly an archaeologist or anything, but it's just two of Emma's really old companion. One was Indiana James, and then later on they made a female version and then built on that a lot, and that was Laura Croft. So because they are based on Indiana Jones and Lara Croft, I thought it would be funny to have her tag along. As for the handicaps, well, we only have one, but it's a major handicap. We cannot use magic. So that means powers are fine. Magical items, magic from objects is fine, and scrolls. However, we cannot channel magicka personally. So all of these, like something like that, where I have 100% success rate, I can cast it as many times as I want. I'm just gonna fail. For sure, failing, no exception. No exception. There is one exception. We have found this robe, and wearing this robe gives us a spell. Because it is given to us through a script rather than a regular enchantment, we actually, that's the spell that comes from the robe rather than being here. So this one works. We've actually whitelisted it. We whitelisted it. Yeah, that's it. Coffee. Haven't had coffee yet. Does it show? So that I can cast it. Because the magic comes from the robe, not from us. It's just, you know, the way the game gives me the spell. So that's the handicap. No magic. We are decent with alchemy, I believe. Yeah, 43. That's very decent for a level 4 NPC now. The reason why we cannot cast spells is because of our Artificer background. That has given us a massive bump in enchant, plus 50, so it's like massive. The price is no spell casting. To win this challenge, I guess, it's very simple. We want to explore ruins, find unique items, bring them to the museum. Multiple museums, actually. Hey Max, welcome on in. And find treasures. There's a couple of ways we could find treasures. Do I have a treasure map? No, we do not have a treasure map. Occasionally traders or guild members even, I think I modified my game so that it's only traders. Occasionally traders would say, hey, I got a map, you want to buy it? It's a treasure map and you follow the instructions, and if you're lucky you do find the treasure. It could be a fake. And the other treasure maps that we can find are in the shipwrecks. And these are maps that take us to vanilla unique items that are not quest related. They're not items that you will ever have to give to a quest giver. And that's what we do. Right now we have made our way to Voss, but what we really need to do is go and find the Imperial Dwemer Museum, because we have been exploring, we have been collecting a number of Dwemer artifacts, parts of Dwemer Centurion. We want to bring that to the museum because it's bloody heavy. And research and all that. Reptiloid, good morning. How are you doing? Marks, you see that I bought working just for you as I promised. Just now. It might break later, but just now it worked. Yeah, we are super hungry. And quite thirsty and quite tired. Let's do like that. Do you carry any food? It's been 2 weeks. I just don't remember. She has some heavy ingredients. Some of them Dwemer related, but really nothing that we'd want to eat for sure. You're doing pretty good. Me? There. Yes, I did. You know what? I did end up playing more Elex. And I actually was disappointed. I realized something just afterwards as I kept on playing. You remember how in the comments on the Steam page they were like, oh, combat, don't like it. And somebody complained about the slow motion in the combat. And I said I didn't mind it. And I really don't. So the first few fights, it would be a slow motion and it would say parry or evade. And I'm done with that because that helps me. I realized afterwards that once you've reached that first village, town, whatever, once you go out in the wilderness again, you don't get the slow motions anymore. You don't get the messages anymore. And then for me, it's like a random button clicking fest. I imagine that the proper way to do it, maybe, is to learn to identify the animations of the enemies you're fighting with. But for me, I don't find it fun. That's the first thing. I do understand that it can be, like I would do that for a boss. But for every single encounter, have to wait until you've fought enough of them to learn what they look like when they're about to attack, and therefore I should try to parry. Not happening, especially when in a fight we have such a small health pool that we take 2-3 hits and we're dead. So the time it would take to meet enough enemies, always the same, to learn the animations and everything, I don't like it. With the difficulty options, I did have a look, and it's going to change the health of the enemies, but it does not re-enable those tutorial messages, which is what I want. However, I need to look it up. There are mods for Elex. Maybe they made a mod for a noob like me that needs a little bit of hand-holding. And thank you so much for the follow. I am really not getting those notifications anymore. Oh, well, we got all the little emotes, so there's that. Welcome on in, and slots doesn't start on its own. Yeah, I'm gonna start it manually, it's not a big deal, but I would like it if it worked all by itself. There we go, I triggered it. Glacias Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Guess it's more soul-like approach difficulty with learning enemy telegraphs. Exactly, but like with Dark Soul, you get to that boss, you die, but then you're like 10 seconds away from the boss again. So the learning process is reasonably fast. However, here I met one creature that looked like a tiny T-Rex. I'm sure that's a better name. But it was just the one. And then I didn't find anything. Like I looked around and that was the only one. So, you know, with that one fight, I've learned nothing. By the time I meet the same creature again, I might guess something, and by the time I can, you know, it's just the encounters with one type of creatures are so sparse, you can't really learn that very well. I'm actually surprised you pronounced that mostly on point. Well, I am not an English streamer, so maybe that's what helped, or I just got lucky. That's also an option. I think it's understood when you come on Twitch that names are going to be butchered at times. Indiana Jones sure has evolved as a game, right? Yes, kinda. We're doing our best, or rather, to be more precise, we've taken inspiration from it. I did explain just a few minutes ago what the challenge is about, but there you'll find the details of the challenge here. Isn't Bethesda making a new Indiana Jones game? I think yes, there is something about that, isn't there? Hey Guns. But you know what? I couldn't wait. So I did my own. I mean, all I did really is put together a hat, a gun, and a whip. That's all I've done. That's not exactly making a game, but... And we were looking for food. By the way, look at the inventory of my companion. Do you see anything that you've never seen before? Look carefully. The hat is without a doubt the most important part. Yeah, I felt that I couldn't attempt an Indiana Jones challenge without a hat. And so what I did for it, the actual hat model comes from a modeler, Mighty Young Joe, that gave us a boatload of resources, and so the hat is his, but you know how it is when you wear a helmet in Morrowind, the helmet replaces your hair, and so if you put a hat on and you're suddenly bald under it, I'm like, nah, that doesn't work for me. So what I did, I attached this hair model to the hat. So my companion right now, which one is the hat? There it is. When she takes the hat off, you can see her actual hair. Then when she puts it back on, she has the same hair as I do because, well, at least I knew I was going to have a hat that has hair. So there we go. My hair is the same model as the one I added for the hat. But it took work, and I needed help to rig the hair and the hat model. With Nivscope, it was broken, and basically the model needed to be loaded with Blender and saved, and then I could work with it in Nivscope. Obviously, the solution is learn Blender. I will do that one day, maybe eventually. But for now, you know, the modding community helps. So that's it. It's not that I'm not learning Blender because I'm lazy. No, it's because of the modding community that's just too good and helping me, so I don't have the need to work on my own skills. Right, she doesn't have any food. Paxson? Squeak, squeak, squeak. Paxson, buddy, there you go. Food, things that we can eat without cooking. Diseased racer meat, that's just not gonna work. Century Quama egg, there we go. We're still peckish. Well, let's have two. Wow. 2 Century Quama eggs. I think we're doing good. How am I doing with water? Yes. I'm drinking straight from a copper pot. We'll have to acquire a glass so we can drink like civilized people. For the time being, that's the way it is. Thank you, Paxson. Now I'm just tired. It's midnight. Can we get a room from her? I'd like a bed, please. How did I get so rich? That doesn't feel right. Do you guys remember if the last time we played, I consoled in some money to test something? Or did I actually genuinely get... There's no way. There's no way that in my game I got this rich. No, I must have consoled the money in to test
friend.
something. There's no...
What can I sell you today?
There's no way. Well, I can tell you something. It's your lucky day. Even 2,000, I can't believe that I would have 2,000. That looks more like it. Maybe you visited a certain good... No, I didn't. I didn't. Hey, the Radar Show, welcome on in. Lovely to see you. There's no way I had that much money. I think I must have wanted to test something and I just consoled in 10k. 10k is usually what I just console in, and then I can, you know, buy whatever a dress or something that's in the inventory that I didn't know. So I think, how much money did I? Yeah, I gave myself, or I kept 400 for myself. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. So she doesn't want to rent me a room for the night. I suppose we'll have to go to Voss then. And then the long journey back to the Bitter Coast so we can find the Imperial Dwemer Museum. I suppose we could pay a visit to, what's his name in Telvos? What's his name? Master Arian. Take a look at his Dwemer Museum. It's a private collection, and we certainly do not supply items for private collectors. We supply items for the museum.
Is there something?
So about my character's bounding box.
Wait for me.
Come on, Laura. Right here. I kind of wish Master Arian was in Dragonborn instead of Neloth. Right? Like, why Neloth? If anyone, I think Telfir would be, not Telfir, but Deviasphere would be a better choice, because we already know that he's incredibly old and will probably never die. So I was expecting Deviasphere personally. And then if not, Arian, because at least, like, he seems like ready to take progress face on. And I know that progress is a big word in Morrowind, but he seems reasonably curious and open-minded about, you know, things. So I do agree. Neloth, I was wondering, it's my pods, they're glowing. Neloth is at best a third choice, as far as I'm concerned. But yes. Exactly. Exactly. I think I'm getting stuck. There we go. To survive, you would definitely have to be able to adapt. And I'm getting some shitty FPS down here. And there's two things. There's I'm gonna go indoors and show you what the problem is. Nighttime, it's locked. Maybe I can show you what the problem is from here. Toggle CB. Yes. So I have toggled the collision boxes. She looks fine. Paxton looks fine. My shield effects are sort of hiding what I want to show you. Go away. My other enchanted item is here. No, not to see it. There. You see my bounding box has a weird shape. Instead of looking like my companions, more or less square at the top and then going, you know, the length of the body, mine is super narrow, but it sort of expands in front of me. And this actually, I need to double, triple check, but from my testing, that actually comes from one of the options in the Morrowind code patch, the beta version. Again, I mean, if it's a beta version, it means, hey, we're just testing things here, you can try it too, but it's not finished, so it's definitely on me. And so I tried it, and it changes the collision box of NPCs to this. What it means is that when you're in a corridor and there's an NPC right there in front of you, just standing there like an idiot, and you're going like, excuse me, do you mind? Well, now, because their bounding box is so narrow, you can actually walk past them. You know, brushing the shoulders, but you can walk past them. With me having that, though, it means that as I try to go forward, the bottom part in front of me tends to get stuck on things. So as far as I can tell, I'm not bumping on anything, but because my invisible shape is that much longer, I have problems. So that's a bit of a bummer, and unfortunately, with a new game, if you disable the option in the Morrowind code patch, then you get your normal bounding box and you're good to go. But with an older game, it seems to stick. So either I play the whole game remembering that I have to jump stairs rather than walk up them as you normally do, or I secretly recreate this character, trace back what we've done, make it to level 4. My inventory is never going to be exactly the same because a lot of it comes from level lists, so it's somewhat random, and then pick it up from there. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. But it is certainly annoying because like I seem to be bumping into invisible things a lot. Also, so the trade house is closed. Yes. Well, your puppy can do much better than my character right now. And your puppy is adorable. Yeah, I saw only that emote on your stream. But, yeah. So that's what you get when you mod your game. You mod it till you break it. I borked it. It's not unplayable, it's just I have to remember to jump. At least NPCs are back to normal, because NPCs would have the same problem. So, like, they would be at the bottom of the staircase, running towards me, but never, you know, getting up towards me. Which is great if you're an archer, because then you can just shoot their faces off. But that's not my case. Anyway, it's nighttime. The one inn, that is the inn, right? I don't actually know. But the one shop is closed. Did I ever put a mark somewhere? I cannot remember. I remember I kept telling myself, you have to mark, but did I ever put a mark? I can try to recall. In the worst case scenario, I waste my power and then I'm stuck. Let's do that. Laura, did you give me a ring to call you back? Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. I did not mark any place. Meaning we're stuck here for the night and we are tired. Boat services are not gonna be a thing until the morning. At least going down is not a problem. Yeah, no, but boat service is not a thing. I got too many things going on in here. You're clipping a little bit, dude. Let me fix ya.
Can we hurry this up?
You're welcome. He's got a key. But a key to what? Who are you? You don't want to talk to me much, but tell me who you are. You mean, how did an Ashlander learn to work with metal? I think he's part of Morrowind crafting.
Do you need something, Outlander?
No, that's not Morrowind crafting. That's just part of OAAB, I think. What game is this? Frog Warrior. It is Morrowind. It may not look like the original Morrowind, so I didn't mod the graphics extensively. Crap. I love OAAB, and this is the Graceland mod. It's gorgeous with those cliffs and everything. It really makes my FPS around here tank. We're down to 10. Yeah. But I really like would be much better during the day. 4 o'clock. We're super tired. Do we try to set up camp, sleep for a few hours, and then get a boat to get the heck out of here? Thing is, even a boat will take us to, what? Sadrith Mora. Then from Sadrith Mora, we'd have to go to the Mages Guild. Yeah, it's doable. Any advice for new adventurers of the Ashlands? I wouldn't say you're a new adventurer. Like you've got your fair share of hours, like enough to get a good idea, and you figured out already the most important one, the fatigue. How people just keep on running, and if your fatigue is really low, your chance of success at anything is greatly reduced. So just don't run all the time and deplete your stamina, because then you'll fail everything. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest game mechanics that people need to be aware of. Alright, I'm gonna set up camp somewhere. On the coast. Thing is, to set up camp we actually need to get out of the actual city. And it seems to be expanding quite a bit. Yeah, in like in Skyrim, it does matter, but not as much. I'm following the path. 7th Monday, good morning. Assuming it's morning for you. I do try to remember, you know, the names and the people and where they are. But yeah, limited memory. We're still in Voss. Come on. There's a cliff racer. Surely we're not in town anymore. I'm still in Voss. Yes. It's not the Khajiit though. It's OAAB Graceland. It's beautiful, but it stole my FPS. Get it, because I'm not gonna succeed in doing anything right now. Come on, Laura. I can try to shoot it. No need. What is the other thing we're fighting? Are you attacking? Oh, okay. Who was this guy? Got some good looking leather boots, but that's about it. My companion, she likes to kill things. Like, look, she's still going on. She's still going at it. And right now she's actually attacked an NPC. Yeah, that cliff racer is not gonna... You're stuck, aren't you? You're stuck in the landscape. You dislike the trend of modern RPGs to have players be jack of all trade, wear specialized builds, which either aren't possible or feel free like they take. Appreciate having my skill, my character is to... Yes, I like being completely rubbish at things. And one of the things, like, okay, I mean, Morrowind does let you be what you want. You can be a jack of all trade, you can specialize. But let's face it, when you get to the later points in the game, like when you're level 50, even more so if you're level 100, by then you're gonna be really, really good at a lot of things. I really like, what do I have right now on this one? I believe I have Mule. If I remember properly with mules, there we go. At least I can say, you know what? If I improve my miscellaneous skills, sure, let me practice, let me improve them, but don't let that count towards my level. Meaning that you're gonna try and concentrate on your major and minor skills. But honestly, in Morrowind, after a while, you're pretty much a god. You know everything. Absolutely everything. Unless you make a choice to say, my character cannot cast spells. That's it. Forget about the schools of magic. My character does not use metal. I use a druid. My character is a druid. We do not hold, carry, use anything made out of metal. And then you can... skip a whole bunch of skills, I guess. I was appreciating this spot in the Dwemer ruins where I came across a bridge with a jump. My acrobatics weren't high enough to make the jump. I think I know exactly where you are. It's the ruin next to Balmora, the one where you sent for the main quest. How many times have I died trying to jump that bit? Too many times. Too many times to count. Just, but yes, at some point you go like, okay, this is not for me. That's the one, yes. Good old Boss Crito. How many times has Boss Crito killed me? Don't want to know. Don't want to count. Alright, we've killed things. We're still technically in Boss, so let's move further away. Also, as I move further away, yeah, my FPS is a lot better. There we go. I think we have left Voss. No, not yet. Laura? There's another cliff racer. Can you take it? I'm sure she can. I can try to shoot it. Well, no, it's moving. Surely you don't expect me to shoot a moving target. We're still in Voss. Come on, look at the city. It's actually pretty far now. It's pretty late. Well, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. It was lovely to see you. There we go. I hope you appreciate the irony. Like, sure, we've managed to make it out of town, so now we can set up camp, blah, 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 blah. But it's honestly morning now, so by the time we walk back to town, we could actually catch that ride. Alright guys, it's just a quick nap. I'm not setting up camp. I'm making it 4 hours because we're pretty tired. A scrib interrupted us. That is not a problem. Do it. Do it, Bathumber. It's a game of patience. Okay, we've rested a little bit. Oh, that is part of OAAB. It adds these this golden reeds. Hey Denina, good morning. And they're pretty. I'm trying to think. Do I want to actually go all the way to Sadrithmora on foot? No. No. We did rest for a couple of hours. I'm just gonna go grab a boat. That's it. Grab a boat, Sadrithmora, Balmora, I think. We want to go basically to Flatwood. That's what we want to do. Back in Vos, FPS going meow. But I am going to take the time to pick some of these. Salt rice. And marshmallow. Also known as the basic ingredients for restore health. There's going to be a lot of marshmallow, I think. But you know what I can do to reach even more? Okay. Ah. I see, marshmallow cluster is something new in OAAB as well. That's why, like, when I pick up regular marshmallow, you see it disappears entirely. But a marshmallow cluster does not. And yes, I'm using my whip to catch things. I don't want to fight you, crab, so let's... Are you... I don't know, they look like Imperials.
Well met.
Do you offer? You do not. Why are you here? Anything? Some people think the old Imperial trading post is haunted. We do have to explore it. But right now I'm overburdened and tired. I just want to drop stuff. I move between Aldrin, Ebonheart and Balmora. You do? But can't I follow? Oh, you're part of the Thieves Guild. Wow. An Imperial with Imperial armor and shield, ebony boots though. These guys don't look like Thieves Guild to me. Not one bit. Just a shark fly who likes a game of 9-hole or 2. You play yourself Imperial. Oh, I'm Imperial too. Yes, I forgot. I don't.
You want something, friend?
Well, clearly you're not going to give me a ride, so... No, not drinking the dirty water. if they are undercover guards, they're really the worst ever. They're like, dumb guard, like, yeah, or got any leads for me, or fellow Thieves Guild member? Or the Thieves Guild recruited them specifically because they could pass as guards. Alright, let's go to the boat, the right boat. Gotta jump. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, the Graveland is really quite nice. I do like the little mushrooms, or the smaller mushrooms that you find in the Azores coast and Sheogorat region, actually.
Let's do some business, shall we?
Talaran, Telmora. No, that's not what I wanted. Like, Talaran puts me... Oh, hang on. Because I want to go to Hlatwa, so maybe I can go by boat on the coast. And I do have some money by the time I get to where I need to go. I will have no money. Maybe I should have kept that 10,000 I had. Okay, I'll ask you.
At your service, Outlander.
No, not good. I am where... No, I don't know. I don't know because... Yeah, I got confused. This is the slave place. I always confuse Talaran and Aldvelothi. Why, oh why, do I get mixed up with those two? I don't know. Do we have any business here? We don't care about slaves. We don't have any quest. I think we're just moving on. From here, I should be able to swim to Sadrithmora, but
where would you like to go?
Let's play it safe. At least Paxson can water walk, but I don't think I can. Okay, Sadrithmora. Probably our first time in here. Oh, yes, I do need that. You poor you. She is...
I'm sure we can work out.
She is a Morrowind crafting NPC. And the reason why the chest is floating... Ooh, cookie. The reason why the chest is floating is because I am running Beautiful Cities of Morrowind that does quite a lot of edits, including landscape edits. So that's not surprising. Also, I'm gonna have to remove it. Or maybe I can try to rerun my Distant Land. Check my Morrowind Indy, but my FPS is disgusting. It wasn't like that in Balmora, which is usually, you know, where you test your FPS. Fraud Warrior, thank you so much for the follow. That everybody's being lazy today.
Hey, wait for me.
I'm so gonna have to sleep. Like, can you see? No, you cannot. I need to crank that a little higher. There we go. How exhausted I am. At some point, I'm just going to collapse. My FPS isn't that bad with... Well, the thing is, I do have... Of course, there's that. I have quite a few shaders in my shader chain. There's a number of things. I do have extra NPCs, and extra NPCs do take a toll, but this is... Oh. We're crashing. Let me take a second to, let me show you my desktop so you see what's going on. Take a second to check a couple of things. Like, one thing that you want to check is your Morrowind Indy, but I'd be surprised that I haven't done that yet. We're looking, come this way, we're looking for, is it cell load like that? No. Yeah, I already have my interior cell buffers and exterior cell buffers at 6. Number of shadows 6, let's say 1 is enough, I guess. Then I'm not going to do that right now, but there's also in your, haven't done that this morning, there we go. There's also in your MGE Indy, and I don't remember where that is. I don't remember where that is. There's also for your distant land, you can also do a couple of tweaks so that the FPS is not so bad. Then here, where are you? No, not that, sorry, MGE. It was the one just above. Like, my draw cell is not huge. This is nice. And that should fix my water, I think Lucifer said. Let's try that. And let's go. I'm a little surprised about the warning I got about the animations because that's a mod by Superstar where essentially, you know, those practice dummies that are just statics in the game, they become creatures. I think they're set up as creatures or NPCs. They're set up as NPCs. So you can actually hit them, punch them, slice them, dice them, stun them, whatever it is you do with your weapons, and improve your skills, which is nice. So that must have been just, you know, Morrowind being Morrowind, because I know the mod is complete and has its animation. But it's happened quite a few times where the animation file of a creature or an NPC was not found. Sometimes because it's not there, but that was not the case right now, for sure. Yeah, that is an issue with companions. Once they start combat, once they enter combat mode, they are not gonna stop until whatever they were fighting or whatever is attacking you is gone. And that can be quite silly because if you have a scrib, a blighted scrib that attacks you and you don't see it and you just keep on running and your companion is like, oh, and running in the opposite direction trying to kill that scrib for you, and while the companions or the NPCs, but the companions in particular, are in combat with another creature, they are blind, deaf, they're oblivious to anything that happens around. In that case, they would keep on fighting, and I think the dummies, depending on what version you have, let's see if we get the arrow again. Depending on the version you have, the dummies can have a health regeneration enchantment on them. Not enchantment, but constant effect, so that you can keep on practicing. Superstars are not like that. They have limited health, but they do respawn over time, I think. But yeah, companions, they're fun, but they're dumb. They're so dumb, and that's why we love them. They make the game fun and unpredictable. No, okay, we do have a problem there. That's a problem because To fix that, all I have to do, I'm pretty sure, is reinstall the mod and make sure that all the files are where they should be. I don't want to do that right now. So we are going to pretend that I have walked all the way to Wolverine Hall, and I walked into the Mages Guild, and I talked to the guild guide to take me to Balmora, I guess. And I'm going to just see in Balmora so that I don't trigger that that error with the animated dummy. So yeah, when you want to practice with a dummy, tell your companions to chill. And the one I have right now, Laura, she is so trigger happy. Like, she killed an NPC right now. She was like, "Oh, cliff racer, fighting," and I don't know the NPC what happened, if they got hit by a spell or something, but then she was like, "You're dead." That was Azur's Coast. I don't want this one. I'm gonna have to reload that one. So I have to be really careful with her. Right now it was okay. Nobody saw her killing him, but if anyone had, I would get the bounty. And the bounty for attacking and killing, well, attacking is not too much. I think it's 30 septims, but killing goes to 1,000. I don't think I have modded that. Once upon a time, I did have a mod where the guards, I have that already. The guards, they come to you straight away, so it's not like you can steal something in a cell. People go, "Oh, you have a bounty," but you can avoid the guards. I cannot avoid the guards. They'll come straight to me. They teleport to me. They follow me across cells. They're very, very dutiful guards. Okay, that was before we slept. Well, guys, we know how it is. I take the boat, I go to Sadrith Mora, I talk to the guild guide, and I get in Balmora. I'm going to drop some money to, you know.
The pleasure is mine. What may I do?
What? What? Did we ever talk to Caius Cosades? Because if we did, we might have a bed. Hello. I come to report to you. I don't think I have the document. Yes, I'm Dana Indy Jones. Yes, sure. I hope I have the mod where he has a bed for me.
Clever disguise.
No. Can I use your bed? Oh gosh, how desperate are we? You see what's happening right now? Like I was moving. That's because my bounding box that we saw had to settle and find a spot where,
makes me look like a
you know,
house.
there was nothing. Caius, I know we just met. I want to sleep in your bed. It just sounds bad. I'll take the orders because... Ah, crap, because I'm level 4. I don't even get the 100 or 200 septims that you normally get. Disappointing. Elon. Okay, let's use up a few of the dialogue options. That actually trains my speechcraft. Like, he's not saying anything groundbreaking. This is vanilla dialogues that personally I've read quite a few times. Though I think one day I need to do a run, maybe not on stream. Here's how it is, guys. On stream, I always feel a little guilty for reading. So when I do, I'm skimming I'm skimming because I feel that's probably not fun. to watch and to listen to, because I butcher half of the words, and maybe the way I say Pelagiad is good, but in your head, you know, it might be Pelagiad, it might be something different. So even if I say it right, according to whatever the lore in that case for the names, that would be the Elder Scrolls Online because it's voiced. Even if I say it right, chances are it's going to clash with whatever you say in your head and you've been saying for years. So anyway, I don't take the time to read, but one day I want to do a playthrough, probably not on stream because I think it would be a lot of me reading, possibly badly reading, and not so much playing. But I think I need to take the time to reread those. I know I've read them a few times, but I've been skipping them for so many years now that I might actually rediscover. Oh, hang on, how's Sadras? I can only speak for myself, but I really like listening to you read. I listen more than watch, but I also don't know the story very well. Ah, well, now that changes everything, doesn't it? Okay, I can make that a special playthrough. In that case, we would have to play as a, I don't know, maybe not a lore master because, but a what's the word? A lore through, yes. I want the word. An anthropologist, yes. We could be an anthropologist. Therefore, we actually would want to hear what they have to say about their custom and the houses and the cities and the rivers and the foyadas and everything. And I would be an outlander, so it's okay if I don't say those things properly. Yeah. Hey Zero, good morning. For you it's probably middle of the night, is it? Great House Crib. But House Sadras actually is a mod by Rubberman. 3 years ago, Rubberman with his son, I think Rubber Boy, entered the Morrowind modding madness. In the end, it was mostly Rubberman. Basically, he pulled out in 2 weeks at the time. I think it was just 2 weeks to make a mod. And in 2 weeks, he did House Sadras. Quite an achievement. And so the line you see, daft idea, how can you start a new house without any money? What's next? Great House Crib. That is Rubberman humor right there. You can hear him. I mean, I've talked to him, so I can actually hear his voice there. I did not remember that I had installed House Sadras though. Hang on. There's some ship called Lady Fall. Holding jewels and gold she was. I've got a mind to loot her myself. But I'm not sure I could find her. And anyway, someone's probably beaten me to it. I don't know what mob that is. I'll have to investigate. Only 1 AM. It's basically a normal time to be awake. It's not so bad. Haha! I know, my journal. I thought my speechcraft increased. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. Alright, Caius, I'm being so stead. I don't have incredible trust in you. I mean, you have no shirt, your trousers. I don't know, is that the fashion of the time, but you really don't need to make your crotch that prominent. I see you have a body pillow. I find that suspicious a little bit, but Laura will look after me. Okay, Laura, wake me up if he does anything creepy. I am so tired that it does not include just watching me sleep. We'll let it slide for once. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. Yeah, my bounding box is I think I might have to do what I said before, which is start over this character, get to more or less where I am at, and not have that issue. No, my FPS is disgusting. It wasn't that disgusting 2 weeks ago in Balmora. It was not.